It's that time that you got, you snuck out and forgot. Your parents were so mad, but man, she was so hot. That time you got too drunk, the first time you blew chunks. It's okay, we all drank too much when we're too young. The first time you held hands, your first time in romance. You thought you had no chance, but still asked her to dance.
Okay, good evening everyone. Sorry for the slight delay. We've had a minor technical upset, but this is why I do try and start things nice and early. Welcome back to the Professionals Tournament Twister 2019 Season EU server, day 3 of the group stage of the round robin here. The top 8 teams on the European server. You'll have to forgive me. I'm going to be doing a little bit of stream management in the first couple of minutes. Normally I try and do this in the timer, the time in the window. But I had some software issues, some things crashed, some things didn't work. We had to restart. So yeah, we're living I'm living my best life. That's my new favorite phrase. I've been saying it a lot recently. I should probably stop. Anyways, we're here. We will be following, you joining me here this evening. We will be following Endgame, EG, that's the team on the right, versus Loka. We've got 2 minutes to go. It's going to be a little bit manic for me because I've got lots of other things to do, whilst also the battles will be starting, which is mildly, let me tell you, is mildly stressful. So let's just see, because we've got so much going on here. Oh god. Fun times. Games going up. Okay, I think we're still good. That's so stressful. Anyway, apologies for the rough start to this one. We are pushing ourselves to the limit over here to deliver all of this streaming content across 3 servers. I know my channel will be catching 18 out of 21 professional tournament days across Asia, North America and Europe. So I think I'm allowed 1, which is a bit messy, maybe even a handful. But we're going in Endgame versus Loka. We're going to be seeing them playing first of all on Normandy. Loka are the undefeated, thus far, kings of the EU server. They came in 2nd place in the Ascent tournaments, catching many people off guard, myself included. Having a chat with a couple of the main players and people involved in the tournament scene on the EU server, and no one really sort of understands where this team, or how this team got as good as it did. Certainly there's a lot of talented players here, but they're just clicking. These Loka are pure fire, 4-0 so far, which is, well, that's very impressive. Now bear with me. I'm going to have to duck out and do some editing, some stream tweaking in about 30 seconds, which will be pretty exciting. Loka red team south spawn versus Endgame blue team north spawn. Your boy rolling multitasking like his life depends on it. Loka, we've got Yuriki here in the back at 25-2 doing a quick cap. I'm just going to keep the camera locked on Yuriki while we try and tackle whatever's happening here. Yes, success. We're in. We're good. Heads in the game. We haven't missed much. We're about a minute in. caps are slightly in the favor of Loka, the red team. They've got about a 20, just under a 20-point cap lead. Really interesting, well, pretty standard lineups. RG in the 268, 268s got the phenomenal camouflage values. Best TD camouflage values at tier 10, which is really impressive stuff. Now, what is happening? Because Endgame have to make a play. They've got 5.5 minutes to do it. Ooh, connection into Yuriki, the Batchat catching some damage there. That looks like it came in from Ventnom in the 113. Endgame, double TD, 4 heavies, and Voopsy in their sole mobile tank, the SDV-1, taken for this again. This playing really well hull down here, trying to get spots in, getting Ariana Grande and the Foch spotted up. Loka with a double Foch, double IS-4, double FE215B lineup, and Yuriki in the Batchat. Interesting, similar, 2 TDs, 4 heavies, and 1 mobile tank for both teams. Pretty similar lineups. Both of them playing a very static game. Of course, if they continue playing a static game, that will play into the hands. Let's just message you guys on chat. This will play into the hands of Loka. Now, it is theoretically possible that Endgame could play for a cap stop, but they're going to have to keep an eye on A and B as well. Baron in the IS-4 for Loka seems to be having some ping issues. We're pretty good here. We've got a ping of around 50. Loka with a really nice defensive setup. The double Foch, no skill, just Vano. Ariana Grande in the backfield. Ariana Grande using the soft cover of the bush for defense. No skill, just Vano, pushing up against the red line, moving backwards and forwards constantly. I'm not sure that's such a good play. Endgame stacking B. Survivor 99 and Verstappen will be basically proxy spotting each other, making sure no one can get into B. Survivor chips at Verstappen with a HE roll. Verstappen not able to get in through the Troll IS-7 armor. Baron in the IS-4 for Loka, covering A, actually quite advanced on A. Looks like Endgame, and Baron's calling for the cap, and that's not a bad shout, because Endgame are rotating. Endgame, they have. Endgame are rotating for a push up here. They've abandoned coverage of A. Now if Loka, if Baron gets the cap on A uncontested, Loka will pick up on that information and will know to respond, but Romka's dropped the speed boost. Shock and Romka barreling in, here they go. They're going to make a play for the cap stop. No skill, just Vano's there. Karolek gets a hit in. Oh, it's a low roll from no skill, just Vano. Romka picks up a bounce. Shock and Romka. Well, Shock's got the damage blocker in. Romka still picking up some damage. Orca, RG, Voopsy, they're coming in, but Loka are doing a pretty good job so far. Shock and Romka not getting a cap reset in. Shock taking quite a bit of damage. Voopsy getting a little bit blocked here. And Karolek takes a hit. Got a bounce in though, gets tracked. The timing's really well. RG's gone down. That's critical. The 268 getting hit. Loka with a counter push here. Baron and Survivor double tapping Verstappen. Ventnom's down. And Loka are all over Endgame. Endgame with a really weak push into C, losing guns. And now Verstappen will be next on Loka's hit list. It looks like Baron will be able to come in. Voopsy maybe trying to come in and shield his teammate. He can't do from both angles though. Baron will go. Oh, what's that from Voopsy? Baron goes. Baron takes down Verstappen, and now Voopsy is pincered between two. Loka had this one in the bag. It's 7-on-4. They've got a nice solid cap point lead, and yeah, Loka really just responding super effectively to the push on C. I don't know what Endgame were doing. The play was really way too passive for them. Loka now wrapped up B. Voopsy gets shut down by Yuriki in the Batchat. Last two tanks standing, Orca and Romka. Endgame, a really sloppy opening battle, and no skill, just Vanna will lay in a big hit into Orca or potentially Romka, although Yuriki is going to be able to finish off Romka. Nice little quick tap there, and it is a 6-1 victory. Awesome, awesome performance by Loka. Apologies for the rough start to the stream. We are now fully on board. And you can see Loka just controlling the damage on that game. Endgame with a super weak push coming in over the top. Let's try and balance out the audio now. That feels about right. We got the Bear Nose. It moved to the Vibes. Kind of very interesting. The Shell Magnet, Agile Hippo, WinterWar, Daniel Sevic, Pirate Store Barbosa, Everton. Hey, buddy. Wonderful stuff. CyberGhost, Sarah 420. Maddox is here. Maddox, one of the callers, the leader of Feast from the Asia server. They're currently 6-0 at the moment, which is a tremendous performance. Also, a big shout out to Canada, one of our mods on the stream on the server. He can't be here with us this evening because it's his birthday. Happy birthday, Canada! I hope you are having an absolutely cracking time. Big shout out to you, buddy. Endgame going back up against Loka. Endgame will be playing from the south spawn this time. Loka from the north. Swapping spawns going back into Normandy. Endgame just didn't have anything for Loka. Loka really getting the cap lead and the double flushes in the backfield were so effective. Endgame just it didn't look good. Let's put it that way. Okay. 30 seconds to go. Normandy we're going back into. Hamish is here as well. Big shout out to Landon Breck. Where is he gone? To Jordan as well. And there was someone saying hello from Los Angeles, CA. I can't find their name and I can't remember it, but hello to everyone on the chat. Great to have you here with us. Loka Red Team, North Spawn. We've got a triple FV215B, double Foch 155, STB1, recipient of the buff at 6.2, and T110E5, the benefactor of getting access to those really powerful consumables, like the FV215B on patch 6.3. Karalik in the newly buffed T110E5 tier 10 American heavy tank, and he's got that thunder camo and it looks fantastic. And there you go, look at the speed boost. He's off. He is off. And this speed boost, this amazing maneuverability for a heavy tank over a short time window, albeit, is just phenomenal. Look at this. They're so far forward, so early on. Loka not going for D. Are they pushing aggressively? They are. Wow. Loka. Karalik takes a hit. He's been tracked. Ariana Grande gets tracked as well. And Survivor and Baron, this is a rush play. Loka are not taking any prisoners. Survivor and Baron leading the charge. Both shots didn't connect. Endgame need to rotate. They need to assist. Survivor's going for a drum reload. Baron's got one in the chamber. Orca's going to have two in the chamber. Voopsy's got two in the chamber as well. One hit from Orca. Voopsy showing the side. Baron getting crossfire in. Endgame with the chance to pincer Loka in the open field here. Voopsy and Orca can be effective firing bases. A big hit coming in from Orca into Karalik. Endgame need to come in and assist their boys because they're both on a drum reload. Baron's got two in the chamber. He's looking for the side. He'll pick up 5.62. That's a low roll. A high explosive one here from Baron would be enough to finish off Voopsy. He just has to stay on the side. Oh, he's lost the side at 6.46. Survivor 99's gone down to RG. And Voopsy takes down Baron. Locust push. It's almost failing. Endgame, though, are holding onto a significant hit point advantage. There goes Yurki to Verstappen. RG's coming in. Big hit into Ariana Grande. And Voopsy, Ariana Grande down. Karalik's down. One man standing for Loka. He is definitely not Rico. We had a fun game. He was in the T30 early this afternoon. And Locust push, it was super ambitious. They had a plan, and I think a large part of that plan not working was the fact that Loka's Foch 155s weren't able to connect two of their opening shots into the Foch 155's. Endgame had situated up in that top corner, and you can see the Foch 155s did not put damage on the board, and the Foch 155's Endgame did. That is the difference, and that's why we talk about with the Foch. It's super important that those shots land. When you've got two shots in the clip in the Foch, if you're going for an alpha strike, especially like Loka, not stopping to take numbers on the cap, pushing straight through, anticipating TDs in that backfield bush, just looking to go through and get kills. If you lose 50% of the first volley damage from those Foch 155s, you put your whole team step back 1200 damage points, 1200 HP damage inflicted behind what you could otherwise have been on. And that's enough to swing the gun advantage. For example, if Loka had cleared that pocket, they could have turned to face the other flank of Endgame. It could have worked. And that's, in tournament play, it's those very narrow windows of opportunity. If you seize them, you can take the game. If you fluff it up, yeah, bad things happen. So Loka, going 1-on-1 against Endgame, but kudos to Loka for an extremely aggressive play. And so it's now 30 seconds to go into Desert Sands. We know the meta on Desert Sands, and we know it very well indeed. The question is, where are we? Where are we? Here we are. The question is, well, actually, no, we don't know the meta because people have been toying around with the BC strats, and it's been working. People have been going to the city on Desert Sands, and it has been working. And that is pretty mind-blowing. Because we are... Oh, I'm in the wrong tank. Look at that. What is this? What was that? Loka versus Endgame. And it's Loka with a very mobile setup. We're looking at an SDB, Progetto 6.5, double 140, W50M, and one FE215B. They're surely going to A. Endgame, blue team North Spawn, T22 SDB, double 1, triple 140, E50M, and a Foch. Lots of mediums, 6 mediums each side. Loka bringing a token heavy, Endgame bringing a token TD, the TD of course being Orca. He's dropping the speed boost, staying low. Oops, he's getting some blind fire in, doesn't connect. And Verstappen, now RG's taken a hit, which is not ideal. Hit point 600 in the favor of Loka. Yuriki not spotted in the backfield. Now, ooh, Survivor catches one on the front plate from Verstappen. Definitely not recoiling the E50M. Now, the double E50M for Loka could be really handy. E50Ms are pretty nifty in a brawl scenario. And I'm thinking potentially that might really assist them. Also the FB215B, I feel like it could be more successful when the brawl ensues. Doesn't look like either team will be able to rotate a tank into the city. Certainly, actually, neither team wants to do that. As soon as B or C is triggered, or if they lose guns from this fight, handing a potential gun advantage to the enemy in this flank here could be a disaster. Ariana Grande, though, Loka doing a really good job. They've got control of the back of the plane. This could give them an angle, an opportunity to pincer their opponents. Now, no skill, just Vano. The damage dealing Progetto 6.5 could be able to do something here. RG taking some more hits. The hit point pulls slightly in the favor. Actually, are Loka doing a rotation? I think they are. Loka are going, this is very risky. Ooh, knocking down the tree. If someone's got their heads on a swivel. Now, Loka don't want to set the cap here. The question is, can no skill, just Vano, get into the backfield? Now, as soon as he gets a cap on the go, Endgame will understand that they have a numerical advantage in the desert. Endgame have all 7 tanks in the desert. The Progetto is, even if he fires from here, even if he just executes crossfire from here, Endgame, oh wow, oh wow, oh wow, okay, he's done it, he's gone for it. Endgame, get ready for a play from Endgame. They've got to react to this. They've got to react. They're not reacting. Verstappen takes a hit. Oopsie's taking a hit. Oh, interestingly, he's now just getting stuck in. The Progetto getting fire into the city. That's a nice hit point lead established. 1.2k. He's now rotating back to join them. Endgame are waiting. Orca's looking to equalize. The Progetto's rotating now back into the fray. Ventnom taking some damage. Loka out trading Endgame at the moment, really just significantly out trading them. It's this kind of work that will help Loka in the brawl. This is really actually quite difficult for Endgame. They've almost got a 2,000 hit point deficit to recover from. The greater that gap becomes, the more, if Loka can be really aware of this discrepancy, they'll feel the opportunity to create a push and start hammering home that hit point advantage. They've actually got a whole extra tank's worth of hit points. Now, no skill, just Vano. He's rotating back into C. We've established that he can get crossfire from this point. He's looking for a shot. Won't get it. He's firing into RG. Shots going over. He's actually got shots down this lane here. And he hits Verstappen. That's actually a really nice spot Loka are working out here. No skill, just Vano's working a really effective firing angle. Now, EG almost... Well, still, no. 2,000 hit points behind still. Now, is Orca going to try and flash out no skill just Vana? That might be exactly what Loka are hoping they're going to do, because now Loka, oh, look at this, Loka have not only a hit point advantage, but a numerical advantage. The 6-5, it's so fast. This is a really interesting role. Loka are sending this guy to crossfire and returning back to the numerical advantage. Now, Verstappen's very low. Loka must anticipate that they have a significant hit point lead, and the pressure's coming because they're making the decision. They're committing. Survivor 99 is coming in, and it looks like RG could be the potential caller. Are they just going to make a play on A? They're doing both. They're playing for A and getting the push in, and they've forced, well, they've kind of tricked Romka out of the brawl. Ariana Grande catches the hit from Orca. Orca's on the reload. Romka's been spotted in the backfield. Baron catches some damage. And the brawl is beginning, but Loka have got a good hit point advantage and a cap in their favor. We've got about a minute and a half to play. Baron goes down, first gun down for Loka. Endgame doing a really good job of clawing it back, but they are on the deficit in terms of hit points. Endgame will have to be very effective at shutting down the guns. Whoopsie's looking extremely low. He's actually gone down. Karolek's low. Endgame need to focus on those low hit point targets, but you can see Loka are keeping them towards the back. RG's down. It's a 2-gun advantage in the favor of Loka. Loka are carrying a significant hit point advantage. Now we've lost Romka and Ventnom. It's 2 guns left. It's Orca and Chocolate. Chocolate in the T22. Doesn't penetrate, definitely not Rico. Now Shock, he can potentially take down Karolek. Orca's on a drum reload. That's really bad news. He's surrounded by 4. Shock has to connect this next one into Karolek. Karolek gets him. Yuriki, well, it's all over here. Ariana Grande coming in and shutting him down. Loka with a very sneaky game. Loka with a very sneaky game. And the Progetto, no skill, just Fano, had one hell of a role to play in that. And he actually baited Endgame into rotating some tanks in the city to deal with that threat that wasn't there. And Loka set up themselves with a nice hit point advantage, got some guns from Endgame away from that brawl area, and then basically said, okay, we think we can commit now. And they did, and you can see they carried through a 3,000 hit point advantage in the end. And that is roughly about the hit point advantage that they started with in the brawl, by just trading very effectively. And that's what we talk about in Clan Wars. That is why trading effectively, protecting your hit point pool, not risking your hit point pool. That's why it's so important, because the difference in the hit point pool at the start of that brawl was what was left at the end. And that's something you have to bear in mind. Really well played. No skill, just Vano delivering one hell of a performance there. Now, back into Desert Sands, Loka with a really intelligent gameplay. I'm impressed. I'm impressed because normally we don't see intelligent gameplay on Desert Sands. We see 2 teams punch each other in the face. And while that is very entertaining to watch, it leaves me wanting a bit more. Let's put it that way. So that was really, really good. Okay, we've got 10 seconds to go. 2-1. It's a best of 7. We are looking at a best of 7 here. I didn't change the bloody tank. Loka leading endgame 2-1. Endgame picking up their victory on the spawn swap of Normandy. Now Loka, red team, north spawn this time. W50M, 215B, 140 T62 Alpha. Nice to see the T68 coming in with Karelek at the helm with the Ice Shard camo, something like that. All the tanks appropriately decked out, especially Baron with the graphite camo on the SDB-1. Both teams going into the desert. Orca getting home safe. Loka with way more tanks spotted, and Ariana Grande, the FP215B, takes 2 damage and some modules as well. The fuel's been damaged. That will reduce the engine power a little bit. Karelek catching some damage. It's Endgame's turn to trade effectively. Endgame, double T22, triple FV21B, Foch, and an SDB-1. Endgame with a much heavier lineup. And you can see they're sat back much more passively this time. You can see the heavies playing in the backfield. Endgame potentially with a significant advantage in the... And, yeah, Endgame doing a really good job in terms of vehicle choice. Now, Venom caused some damage from Ariana Grande. If they're able to play this right, Endgame are in have a better lineup for a brawl, but they have to get Loka into the right place. The problem with the heavy tanks that are relatively slow, if you push in, Loka have the maneuverability to wrap round and pincer. Endgame will have to be very careful. RG losing hit points again. He's in a really risky place here. Definitely not Rico's got a great angle on him. RG is not in an effective spot to engage. He's trying to do so anyway. Endgame with a nice hit point advantage. Now, no skill, just Vano doing it again. And he's insulated. Look at this. Great play. Unicum in the 140 is making sure no one can spot no skill, just Vano. He's actually pushing in aggressively, trying to insulate the B cap. Oh no, the B is not being capped. Loka are coming in. Here comes the spaghetti. It's dinner time. He's got the side of Venom. Loka deciding they're going to have a crack at punching someone in the face. Venom gets Ariana Grande down. And Endgame potentially have the ability to hold this. Look at those reactive armor modules. Verstappen with the ram kill on Yuriki. Endgame have got a really significant hit point advantage here. Plus they've got the heavy tanks. The damage modules, the damage reduction modules have been burned now by the FE215Bs. Verstappen might be going down to Unicum. He does. But Chocolade and Voopsy now pushing into Baron, hitting Strawberry, looking for the kill shot. Shock gets it instead. It's a 4-on-2. Loka with a really ambitious push. They ain't out of it yet, though. We've got no skill, just Vano and a reload. Unicum's hanging in there. No skill, just Vano taking a bit of fire. Shock peeling off to engage Unicum. The shot gets pushed off from Voopsy, and it potentially is Shock with another kill. And it's going to be hidden Strawberry with a ram kill potentially on no skill, just Vano. Boom, there we go. And Loka, they thought they had the edge there on the push, but they made a big miscalculation. It was a bold effort, but the miscalculation was, one, they underestimated how much damage they had done to Endgame. Endgame was sitting on a significant hit point advantage at the time that Loka pushed. Additionally, Endgame, like we said, they have the FV215B, and the FV215B, if it drops adrenaline, if it drops the reactive armor, it's doing more damage, the DPM is elevated, and it has a 20% reduction to all incoming fire for up to potentially 20 seconds. And that significantly extends the survivability of what is already quite a good tank in a brawl up against mediums. It's got good traverse numbers, the turret's very fast, DPM's good, gun handling's good, and Loka making a tactical error, misreading the play and the advantage. I think actually what Loka should have done is capped B. They were in a position to cap B. They didn't have to push in there. The 140 could have continued to insulate. the Progetto capping B, and that would have given them the cap pressure, and then they could have pulled back and been ultra defensive, and they could have used their speed, the mobility of the mediums to wrap around and keep the heavies kind of running in circles, get them encircled, and close the deal like that. But that's 2020 hindsight. That's with the Skycam. It's much easier when you're not driving the tank and you know where everyone is and you can see everyone's hit point pools. That is the benefit of complete strategic information that we have as outside observers. It's much, much harder when you're in the game and you're kind of eyeballing those kind of things. But it's 2-2. 10 seconds to go. We're going into Oasis Palms. Whew. This is exciting. I like this. This is a really good matchup. Endgame giving Loka a real run for their money. Loka haven't had pure clean... Oh, I didn't change the tanky. Loka haven't had pure clean wins the whole way through. They are not unassailable. Are Endgame going to be the first team to defeat them in the professionals tournament? That is the question. Loka, red team, south spawn. Endgame, blue team, north spawn. Loka with a double FV215B, Fosh 155, 140 T1, triple T1 10E5. Oh, hello. 6.3 meta has arrived. Ariana Grande, bright pink. Excellent choice. Endgame with double T22, STB1, double Fosh, double FV215B. Now Loka have got 5 tanks, potentially with damage mitigation consumables, with that reactive armor. I think that is such an excellent tool in random battles, let alone when you're trying to implement. Are we going to see another Loka rush? Ariana Grande in a really nice spot. Look at that angle. That slope gets the FV215B into an almost unpennable position. Catches Verstappen on the side. And Ariana Grande just bouncing shots for days. Endgame. Everyone's in the city. No one's gone to the C flank. Endgame catching lots of damage. Ariana Grande on the flank. Yuriki in the 140 behind. In for support to prevent Ventnom pushing through the city. Yuriki spots up Ventnom. And we've got the classic scenario over here. And Loka are calling the attack. Oopsie's taking some hits. Here come the T110E5s. Get ready for the damage reduction modules to get dropped. No, they're going straight in. Baron and definitely not Rico going for the cap. Karalek getting shots. Ariana Grande's in trouble. They could be going down here. Shock and RG will be looking for kill shots. It's going to cost them though. The T110E5s dug in on the ridge. Verstappen holding off against Unicum. But Unicum with a significant hit point advantage. Anji and Ariana Grande both going down. Loka, well, Ventnom's pushing in. Ventnom should be able to take down no skill, just Vano. That Fosh 155 was on a drum reload. No definitely not Rico goes down to Verstappen. Oh, Yuriki gets Verstappen. It's a 5-on-4. Endgame have the guns. Loka have the hit points. Baron gets the ram kill on Shock. He's looking low. Hidden Strawberry's down. Endgame, they've got some really low hit point tanks to deal with. Ventnom's got to connect. Potentially he's getting his DPM hand played. Good call on taking down Karalek. Baron misfocusing. Voopsie and Orca. Double Fosh left against 3 very mobile tanks. Baron coming in. He gets shut down. But now Voopsie's on a drum reload. Does Yuriki know this? He's got 2 shots to take down the Fosh. He gets 1. Who's going to have the reload first? Is it going to be Yuriki? He doesn't have enough. It's not enough. Yuriki bounces. It isn't over. It isn't over, but it might be soon because here comes Orca. He's got 2 in the chamber. Voopsie is on a drum reload. Who lost that one? And how? There was no cap. Oh no, Voopsie and Orca are on the same team. Endgame. Sorry, I got my wires crossed there. Endgame winning. Double Fosh. Great play by the teams. Me having a complete mental failure. And reading the last Fosh as being on Loka, which is it's a mistake that I shouldn't be making. But Loka with a really, again, an aggressive push that didn't work. I think Loka, maybe this style of play has benefited them in the past against other teams, but Endgame, like Loka, are another top tier team. And Endgame pulling it back from the brink there. The Foch 155 carrying it. Could have been a very different story. Voopsy picking up a ton of critical bounces. Even the last shot that came in from that 140 was statistically like RNG's is kind of going, not all the damage. Some of the damage, but not all the damage. And Voopsy playing the Foch 155 to perfection. Endgame on match point, in position potentially to rob Loka of their clean sheets, taking Loka from 4-0 to 4-1, and that would put Endgame on a par with them. And having the victory head-to-head would mean that Endgame would be top of the table, technically speaking. So here we go. They're going to have to be working very hard on this one. Back into Aces Palms, swapping the spawn. I'm going to work hard on not misidentifying the team of the respective tanks. Loka red team, Endgame blue team. Wonderful. Yuriki in the bat chat. Loka with a double T110E5, 268 IS4, Foch 155, 215B bat chat. Yuriki in the bat chat seems to be their bat chat main. It's a triple FV215B from Endgame, backed up by double T22, Hidden Strawberry and Shock with Ventnom in the SDV1 and RG in the 268. RG seems to be favouring the 268. Maybe that's because he's taking the role of a caller. Now Endgame got the 2-3 mediums all the way over on C unspotted, and Baron's caught a little bit of damage early on. He's got Ventnom spotted. Hidden Strawberry and Shock are still in stealth mode. Baron has spotted up the STB. A is getting capped by definitely not Rico. And Karelek there, and Unicum coming in for some of that cap point goodness. Gets it at the same time. Oh, Voopsy's insulating the city. We've seen that Hidden Strawberry just capped C. A 10-point cap advantage in the favor of Loka. Endgame rotating away from the desert flank. No one there on C. And actually Karelek calling attention to the corner where all the tanks are. Loka must be anticipating that Endgame, and this may be something that they've encountered. This might be something that they've encountered during training, or maybe they got a heads up from another team that was doing training. Voopsy in a really key role here. Linchpin for the team. Looks like he's going to be joining a push. Endgame potentially will be executing an A push. Loka, ooh, look at the light bulbs. Ventnom, Orca, Verstappen and Shock, and Voopsy spotted. You can see Baron's dropped the speed boost. He's coming in along the river to join the Loka front. Loka will need to rotate round and defend A. Unicum sat in the A cap, and this, if he needs to get a track here, he gets it, but he is on the receiving end of a lot of incoming fire. And look at that defense module working. He should be dead by now. You see how much longer he held in there for. Hit points neck and neck. Endgame with a gun advantage. Ventnom stuck on a rock. Ventnom, how the hell did he do that? Ventnom is stuck on a rock. Verstappen's gone down. Or Ventnom gets off the rock at long last, but he gets taken down by Yuriki, as does Shock. Oh wow, it's a 4-on-5. Hit points are still pretty close. Hidden Strawberry catching Karelek. Orca looking for the kill shot. It's Voopsy with the kill shot instead. Voopsy with the look at the damage reduction modules in play. Orca and Voopsy. Definitely not Rico coming in, chasing the damage. RG in the 268. Getting a little bit of interference run by Baron. He's looking for a high explosive round into no skill, just Vano. Oh, it's a low roll. It's very close. This brawl is extremely messy. Yuriki gets tracked by Hidden Strawberry. Is it a ram kill? It's not. He's still on a drum reload. Hidden Strawberry bounces. Voopsy's down. RG's down. Baron pushes him out the way. Yuriki's hanging in there. Don't know how he's managing that. Hidden Strawberry still in the position to carry this through. Orca quite healthy, but no skill, just Vanos in the 268 can do a lot of damage. Baron has to land this next shot. He does. It's a 3-on-1. Orca in a lot of trouble. Walker definitely can't pull this off. There is no way he can finish this. He wants to get definitely not Rico, but definitely not Rico wants to get him first. That's a great... I'm just reading the chat. You guys caught me out on my fail in the round before this one. Well, Loker receiving the push from Endgame perfectly. And that is a close win by them. The number of extremely low hit point tanks on the field. But goodness me, that takes us through to the tiebreaker. And isn't that just marvelous? So good. Loker versus Endgame. Winner takes home all of the bacon, all the win. There's only one point up for grab, and whoever wins the next round wins the whole thing. Loka versus Endgame on Port Bay. Port Bay, quite a good map to have a tiebreaker on. There are worse ones, such as Castilla. 50 seconds. Teams, I think both teams are pretty comfortable. Remember this. Endgame 3-1, Loka 4-0. Both teams are on track for the top 4. I think Loka are technically already in the top 4 with 4 victories. Loka getting the victory, he would assure them a place in the top 4, 100%. Endgame picking this one up would put their minds at ease. Certainly they've got Connor the next round this evening. Connor were almost unassailable in the Ascent tournaments. They only lost 3 best-of-3 series across all 8 Ascent tournaments. But they're currently going 2-2. Connor getting the win, if Endgame get the loss here, could be super significant. And it sounds like Karna also, just reading the chat, it sounds like Karna lost to Win. Win being the 0-4 team in the leaderboard on the EU server. And that's a real spanner in the works for Karna, because it means that they've got to beat Endgame and their number 7 opponent. Otherwise they may not make the top 4. And this is really... I mean, the EU server is wide open right now. And Loka, well, they're at the top of the table. And their red team, South Spawn, with a double STB, double STB, T125, T62 Alpha, Foch 155, played by Ariana Grande. Didn't know she was a Blitz player. And a double FV215B, no skill, just Vano. Is he gonna? Does he need more of a run up? No, he's not going up that slope. He might be playing for a quick cap on B. Endgame, blue team playing out of the North Spawn. Triple FE215B, Foch 140, SDB1, T22. The T22, it was super popular in the Ascent tournaments. But with the consumables getting dropped on the FE215B and the SDB1 getting buffed, and now the T110E5, I think it's kind of lost a little bit of favor on the tournament scene. Certainly I, along with many other people, would be extremely broken, and that has tailed off. Now the FV215Bs by Endgame, all 3 of them playing all quite nice positions. Now no skill, just Vano. He did get up there, and look at this, he's so effectively hulled down. And Endgame are bleeding hit points. No one's in the city. No skill, just Vano. Ooh, he finally catches some damage with the overexposure. Doesn't connect into Romka. Loka with a 1,000 hit point lead, more or less. Loka, their heavies on the front line. The STBs playing a really nice backfield hull down position. Yuriki and no skill, just Vano, opposite sides of the map, doing a really good job of getting crossfire on these heavies. Look at no skill, just Vano's got an angle. And Yuriki's got an angle as well. Now Romka's low, Yuriki catches damage. RG in a similar position, but not with such... He doesn't have that much support. And Loka are out-trading Endgame. They are really out-trading Endgame here. Unikim takes a hit from Bot4U. Bot4U getting pushed on by Karalek. Bit of an error pushing in on the reload. Baron coming in over the top with a hit. And definitely not Rico. Baron, Unicum, Karelek. They smell blood in bot for you. And they're coming to get it. Unicum teeing up a hit. Lands the kill. Loka sensing the aggression. Yuriki on the receiving end of a death shot from Whoopsie. Verstappen low. Baron looking for that kill shot. Picks it up. And Loka, well, they're pushing home the gun advantage and the hit point advantage now. 7,000 to 4,500. Whoopsie goes down to Baron. Baron on fire. But Ariana Grande goes down to Walker. Unicum gets off Romka. It's a 5-on-3. Endgame are down 2-1 hit points. Orca's on the drum reload. The Foch 155. Not a late game tank, although Orca can land a kill shot here. He does. Baron needs to get on the side of Orca. I don't think he will, but Orca's only got one shot. It's 620. Catches fire going up, pushing the numbers. 985, that's a lot of damage, but Orca is the last man standing against 4 on a drum reload. Baron and Unicum. The Shark circling Unicum with a high explosive roll, doesn't pen. Baron with a low roll, and no skill, just Vano in the STB1 coming in to wrap it up, and Loka with a 4-3 clincher over endgame, coming back from being back on the brink. They were at one point, they were down 2-3. Winning 2 games in a row. Loka sealing the deal. And, well, Loka, again, there wasn't anything fancy about that. The fanciest thing in Loka's strat there was tank positioning. Having the STB1s at an angle on the heavies that Endgame had up against the hill on the C cap. That was it. And all Loka did in that game was out-trade Endgame. Effectively, better tank positions, better angles of crossfire, and then they had the right tank composition. They said, you know what, we've got the hit point advantage, we can see bot for you, if we push forward, he was a little bit isolated, we can get a gun advantage, and then we can just push it home from that point forwards, and they did. And they took it quite convincingly. The hit points there, that's one of the cleanest victories we've had all evening for Loka. Really good series. I see that everyone has discovered the name.exe meme, and the chat is alive with the goodness that provides our world. Okay, we've got about 15, just over 15 minutes before the next game starts. What I would like to do is basically have a quick catch up on the leaderboards, see what has happened, and we can do that together. All the games have been resolved, which is quite handy. So let's jump on over to here. So Loka, you can see Loka are... Oh my goodness me. Loka are still 5-0. They've stayed at the top of the table. Raid are now in second place, 4-1. FBI, who went from being a team that, and I'll put this out there, I personally seeded FBI 8th out of the whole group. You know what I said? Looking, all the teams are good, but I'm going to rank the teams in order of like seeding, not necessarily how that's going to perform, not necessarily saying how each team is going to perform, but saying like if you had to push me to kind of rank them 1 to 8, that's how I do it. I would put FBI in 8th. Well, they're currently in tied 3rd place alongside Endgame at 3-2, which is a little bit well, good for them, awesome for them. Karna are 2-3. Karna are struggling. Win, an absolute spanner in the works for Karna. Karna were definitely hoping to pick up the win there. Now, this game is still wide open. R2K lost their game number 5. Now, we've got 2 matches left to play. Notionally, R2K, Navin, and Win are out of it. But I mean, I don't know, because it could, if FBI and Endgame Now this is actually quite interesting, because if FBI and Endgame have already played each other... Oh, this is... We're going to do some... I'm sorry, I'm doing this for me. If you don't like it, sucks to be you. No, FBI and Endgame are playing each other in Tour 7. So that's the match that's going to happen tomorrow. So one of these two teams will definitely make the top 4, because one of them will go, will have 4 points. And wow. Okay. I don't think R2K, Narvin, and Win can make the top 4, but it is not mathematically impossible. It depends on the head-to-head results that they've had against Endgame and FBI, depending on how they go through. But I'm not going to get into the kind of the extreme realms of possibility, because we might just not know. Oh god, too bright. Well, that's made it a little bit better, I think. Nope, I don't like it. Okay. Sorry, I'm faffing about my lighting. So this is absolutely mind-blowing. Let's see who played who and what results came in. We'll jump back into the screen here. So Endgame have got Connor and FBI to play. They have to win one of those games. We're going to see Endgame versus Connor in a few minutes. Endgame, if they want to make the top 4, we're talking about like one of the best teams on the European server. Everyone was kind of dead certain these guys were going to make it. They have to play. They have to beat one of those teams. And at this point, Raid and Loka are basically through. Loka's 100% in. Raid are almost in. They're almost guaranteed to place. It just depends on how the rest of the scores fall. So Endgame up against FBI and Connor. FBI are up against Loka next, and Endgame. I don't know, man. I don't know. Now Connor losing to Win. That's a real spanner in the works. They've got Endgame next. They have to win that. If they don't beat Endgame, I don't know if they can go through. I mean, that would leave them, if Karna lose to Endgame, that will leave them 2 and 4. Which would then mean that they'd be coming up against R2K, and even if they beat R2K, they would be then 3 and 4, but they'd have lost on the head-to-head against Endgame and Raid, although they have beaten FBI on the head-to-head, so maybe. Oh, I don't know. That's pretty tough. Now R2K, oh, that's devastating. R2K taking Raid to the tiebreaker and losing. They've got Win and Karner next. Oh man, R2K. Losing against FBI really stuffed them. But FBI, I mean, credit where credit's due. FBI, okay, they lost to Connor and Raid in the first 2 rounds, but they've currently dispatched Win, R2K, and Navin, which, margin you might consider that they have a pretty tough run up ahead of them. FBI have surprised. FBI have surprised. Navin beat Endgame, which was a complete surprise. They've got Raid and Win. I don't know, guys. It's wide open. I think that's the kind of point that, for me, is wonderful at this moment in time. And what we've seen is the results are coming through, and there's not like one ultra dominant team, like apart from Loka, who have beaten everyone so far. The point is there's no team which is going 4-0 every single series. Like Loka they're getting taken to tiebreakers, and there are some teams which are beating some teams, but they're losing to others. So all the teams in this top 8 are at a level where they can say, you know what, we deserve to be here, and we're giving the best teams in EU a run for their money, and that makes us one of the best teams in EU. So this top 8 is phenomenal. Now, let's have a look at our replays section, because I wanted to make heads and tails of that scoreboard, and I can't tell you anything other than Loka are through, and probably Raid. The rest of it is just a complete good lord, I have no idea. Oh. We've got a Progetto 6.5. Hello. This one's coming in from, let's see. Oh, it's coming from TJ. TJ F Blue in his Progetto 6.5 with the Gladiator camouflage, which just looks, you know, nice. That is a good looking tank. I cannot wait to have that tank in my garage and buy a premium camo for it. Progetto, this new European line with the auto reloading system, which Wargaming would have us believe is called a pump action system. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. I know of a pump action shotgun, which has a similar, I mean, to be fair, you have the shells loaded and you put one in. Like, I mean, mechanically, yes. The concept of doing that in a tank, I don't know, but I guess it's legit. Well, we're here on Castilla. It is a Supremacy game, North American server, and the 6.5. Good speed. It's not... You see, he was quite slow at climbing that hill. Oh, he's fired from cover. Look at that. He's still got 2 in the chamber. He's got the burst damage potential. And this kind of situation really, really suits the... really suits the 6.5. Oh, Proxy spotted the 54. That means he spotted as well. Now, there are plenty of TDs on the red team. The grill is probably the most dangerous one, but he's got a side angle on. If it wasn't for that chimney, catches the side of the E100. We'll be able to get a whole burst in, potentially, if the E100 will give him that shot. But no. But look at this. Fired off 2. You've still got 1 in defense. And a full reloader, like a true clipper, would now be on a drum reload and kind of ineffective. But TJ was able to retain potential damage output, whilst also getting in the shots. And now the front plate of the Progetto 6.5 is a bit like the FB4202. Is that an ammo rack for 1 hit point? Oh, wonderful. Oh, that's... I feel like that's insulting. I think I would rather have not killed the tank than have it ammo rack for like 1%. Now the 6.4 Agile, look at that, it's quite mobile. And he's potentially going to be able to get in the 3rd shot there. Look at this, pushing 3k damage. Just over 2 minutes in. Working this spot really well. He defended A, he's kept the Castilla clear, he's getting crossfire over to the other side of the map, engaging this E100. He's effectively been engaging 3 separate targets on 3 separate combat areas. The A cap, top of the Castilla, and all the way on the ridge over at C. And that's what kind of... TJ, he plays for Rain, North America, and now he's engaging a 4th target in a 4th combat area, the TD zone. He's also spotting up targets for his teammates. That's an ambitious shot, TJ. You're never going to make it. Well, I mean, you hit him. But you see, and this, all of that engagement from within a very relative, like he's basically been almost in the same grid cell on the minimap. And there's that kind of movement efficiency, knowing the angles that you can work. And the Progetto, the gun handling is really good. On the move, particularly like firing from stationary, it's quite accurate. I don't know if it's as accurate as the Leopard 1 and E50M, but as we saw versus E100, I mean, admittedly that's a very large target. It's good enough to get the job done, and it also has the burst potential, and now he can clip the 263, or he's decided he's not going to clip the 263. He's chasing the damage. Oh, jinking. That was a good effort. Max roll, that's when you want to max roll. Will he repair the fuel? Nope. See, I would be repairing that fuel straight away, but that's just me. You know, he's got the repair kit there. He obviously doesn't feel the need to waste his credits. 5.5k damage. Landing that will RNGesus award him the kill. He should have the 263 on the reload. Yes, RNGesus has blessed you this day. 6,274 damage. Intelligent gameplay, using that auto reloading mechanic to good effect, which is really good to see. And now everyone's saying that I should change the tank. Where are we? What tank should I change to? Yeah, let's change to this bad boy. We're waiting for the tournament invite. We've got a platoon invite from DCN. We've declined the platoon invite. Designer11 asks, what happened to Asia's games today? There was no stream. Yep. Asia, basically, the games play at 1 PM Central European Summertime. Previously I've been taking a little bit of time off work to go home around lunchtime, basically rush home. I set up everything for the streaming in the morning, I go to work, and then I basically run home, well, drive home at a legal speed, and sit down in the chair and click play. But unfortunately today I couldn't get off work early, so I wasn't able to stream Asia. Amonet was in the same position, she wasn't able to stream Asia. And PK on Blitz, he is based in Pakistan, and they have had some pretty horrific weather, and he was effectively no electricity, no running, like the whole shebang. Was physically not able to stream. We weren't even able to get hold of him for a while. So basically, circumstances convened against us on the Asian streaming, which is a damn shame, because it would have been really good to see Feast pull out some more victories. They're 6-0 at the moment, which is just awesome. Really, really awesome. That's the tournament room. It's Karna versus Endgame. Now, Endgame are currently 3-2. Karna are 2-3. Now, let's just have a little, moment to consider this now. Karna, like we said, unassailable in the Ascent tournaments. They ended with 6,890 cups. They were so far up the leaderboard, you wouldn't believe it. Endgame were 5,580 cups, third place. And now both of these teams are looking at 2 more best-of-7 series to secure their spot in the top 4. And that is just a level of pressure that I didn't think these teams would be seeing at the round 5 mark, at the round 6 mark. Sorry. I mean, that's just it's just mind-blowing to me. And now we're going to Middleburg. Now Middleburg is a nice map. In randoms, I'm sure you people in the chat are intelligent, and you know that there is only one course of action on Middleburg, and that is to go up. It doesn't matter if you're in a slow tank. You go up, you control that hill, and then you work out how to pincer and deal with the city. Unless, of course, your team... Well, actually, many patches ago, before Wargaming introduced a kind of the matchmaker would balance teams by tank roles, you could have a team with like 7 heavies up against a team with 7 medium tanks. And Wargaming listened to the community and said, okay, we're going to make it so the teams are roughly equivalent. So now you very rarely get huge mismatches in armor. It only kind of happens when some teams have like a bunch of really lightly armored heavy tanks, for example, or lightly armored TDs. It's much less clear-cut who has got who has got the advantage in one particular environment or another. So if you have a massive heavy advantage, I'll forgive you for going to the city. I might even join you. Now in Clan Wars, it's obviously very different because you can push city and you can defend city. However, we are seeing teams are getting quite good at digging out their opponents from this area. It is possible to get crossfire in, and if you have this elevated area, if you have the high ground, you make Obi-Wan Kenobi happy, but also, more importantly, it means that you can control where the fight happens and where the flanks come from. Being in the city means like you have to travel relatively slowly to meet a flank, or to like push up and try and control cap pressure on C if you need to. Pushing downhill, you're traveling significantly faster, and you can get safe quicker. Also, there's less options for people in the city to crossfire you than there is for people on the hill. Like, if you control the hill, you have all of this area which can affect crossfire over here, maybe even over here, depending on like particular angles and gun that you have. The city limits the defender's ability to kind of attack tanks that are traveling down that flank or down this flank into the city. So I'm expecting teams to be playing a heavy element on C, or at least controlling part of the higher ground. But this is Karna and Endgame. They are two extremely competent units. They're both in high pressure situation for making the top 4. Both of them need room to breathe. Karna more than Endgame. Endgame is still 3-2. Like, Endgame can, like, they want to win it, but like if they lose it, they're still in with a shot at the top 4. Karna lose this, they're in serious trouble, and they will only be able to finish up 3-4 best, and that would be a complete upset because before we started the professionals tournament, they were a lock-in. So we're expecting teams to be controlling C, but you know, the counter might be that people expect that, and so they're just going to burn in through, get both city caps, and then start climbing the hill in the opposite spawn. We're going in. Landon Breck asks, why is the chat delayed? There's a 5-minute delay on the stream, which prevents teams from stream sniping. So we've just seen the two teams' compositions there along the side. They can't see what each other are taking before the battle starts. And also, that basically means they can't adjust their composition to anticipate their enemies by looking at the stream with a 5-minute delay. It also means that they can't see where each other are in the battle, which provide an unfair advantage. So there is a delay which prevents that. Now, Karna, red team Southspawn, we're looking at a double, no, yes. FE215B, Object 3, the F in the Foch 155, General and Dakudas in the SDB1s, Blue Steel and Edgar in the T22s. No, Blue Steel in the T22, Edgar and Radikos in the T110E5s, and Karna are playing up. Voopsy from Endgame in the FE215B playing A. Karna have a gun advantage up here. Now, you can see Karna are being more aggressive. They know that they anticipate they have the numerical advantage. They have a 1-gun advantage. Endgame know, or can probably guess at this point, that they are at least 1 gun down, probably. So Karna are playing aggressive. They need to cap C. Endgame are going to be defensive, and Radikos catching crossfire. Shock and RG. Oh, Ron Rossers has joined the swarm. Welcome, Ron. Endgame doing a great job hitting bot for you and hidden strawberry. Well, no, bot for you and hidden strawberry from Endgame taking some damage. Edgar and Radikos in real trouble here. He's basically caught totally out of position. He can't pull back effectively. He could be going down here. He is! Verstappen's come down, and Voopsy's now rotated out of the city up to the hill. Endgame with a really, really good start. Now Shot has pushed up to try and get crossfire. Edgar will be... Oh, he takes a low roll from Orca, the Foch 155 HE. Edgar turns the turret, takes another one. General's catching damage. Karna had the gun advantage, but Endgame knew they were gunned down, so played defensively, let Karna overextend, And now Verstappen getting hit into blue steel. Kana are struggling. Kana are really struggling here. Endgame, bot for you, is looking pretty low. He needs to play safe. He needs to protect that hit point pool. Endgame with a hit point and cap point advantage. They're also rocking a pretty healthy, a great hit point advantage and a gun advantage of 1. Endgame can be defensive. They don't need to be risking it. Voopsy's playing quite aggressively here, but look, he's in a wonderful hold down position. He could take one from Kana. Ooh, gets one into Object 3. And look at this, he's driving up backwards, exposing less of his tank. It also means when he pulls forwards, he can do so faster to get crossfire. Now Kana, they've been sat here, they're getting farmed. They're looking at a 3.7k hit point pool deficit. Object 3 looking for shock. It's an equal trade. And Object 3 takes another hit from hitting Strawberry. Bot for you. He's hanging in there. Orca's now got 2. Oh no, 1 in the clip. Blue Steel goes down. Endgame have a really comfy position here. They just have to not overplay the hand. Shot going in. Shock and Voopsy burning it down. Verstappen, very healthy FP215B. The F is looking for Voopsy. Dakudas gets him. Edgar's gone down to hit the Strawberry. It's a 6-on-2. At this point, it is just a question of how long will it take Endgame to finish off the last guns from Kana. Dakudas, he's not even able to finish off Bot for you with the damage reduction that reactive armor consumable. Bot for you, can he make this shot count? He can! But he is surrounded. The guns of Endgame claim another soul. And Endgame with a good cap on A. Really solid pressure from that A cap. Voopsy getting in and coming back up as quickly as he could. And Endgame playing an intelligent game of just hanging back and working crossfire. And I think the real problem, Kana's problems, began when Radikos in the T125 basically overplayed his hand. He pushed too far, exposed himself to too many different angles of fire. He couldn't get out of that position. The T125 it's slow to turn, it's slow to reverse, and there was no way he could get out of there without taking more damage. So he tried to find a spot to hide, but the angles that they had him on were just, there was nothing he could do. And now Endgame leading Kana 1-0. But like we've seen, Endgame, well, they had a very tough time against Loka. Kana are a competent unit, and that was a bad game for Kana. Let's put it that way. But Endgame's positioning, the defensive line that they set up on the north of C was good, really, really good. And Jerry Dye watching streaming class, Hungry AFRN. I know what those stand for. I think. I do. XD. 30 seconds to go. Kana with a double FB215B, STB1, double T125, Foch 140. Endgame, triple FB, double T22, Foch and an STB. Similar lineups here. The T125 being used by Kana, the T22 featuring for Endgame, the FB and the Foch stalwart for both teams alongside one STB. The lineups are quite balanced. Endgame have a slightly lighter force disposition, 3 mediums up against 2. Yes. Now Endgame, red team North Spawn. No, Loka. Kana, red team North Spawn. Endgame, blue team South Spawn. Can you tell that I did 2 all-nighters back-to-back over the weekend? I can. I'm suffering. Kana, red team, North Spawn. Get it right. And there, look at that. All of those speed boosts. Look how quickly those heavies can move with the speed boosts in play. Radikos, General, Edgar, Object 3, dropping the hammer. RG in the STB1 making a play. Dakudas trying to get a spot in. A shell ricocheting off. It looked like Verstappen's armor profile. RG playing quite passive. Doesn't want to trigger the cap early. Looking to try and get spots in. Waiting for a bit of time to pass before making a play. The F. Oh, the F is going up in the Foch 155 graphite camo. Very nice. Verstappen bouncing Radikos. Nice crossing there. The FE215B's armor profile, the top part of the chassis is pretty good. It's that lower side plate, kind of around the track area, which if you kind of over-angle it, you get caught on the side, is just a damage magnet. Now, B is being caught again, endgame with B. RG pulling back, not to rejoin. Or is he taking a... No, this is clever play. He's waiting to see if anyone rotates into the city. We might be seeing the F and Blue Steel considering it. They are. Blue Steel, the SDB1 looks like, and the F going as well. Karna are going to make a play. Ooh, Voopsy catches some damage from Blue Steel. Blue Steel and the SDB1. That's a similar position RG was trying to work from, getting cross shots in tanks, the heavy tanks overexposing on the side of the flank there. Now Blue Steel's making a play for A. What's the F gonna do? Now if the F goes for B at the same time, Endgame would know they have a numbers advantage, they can push C. Now Endgame don't know this, but they do have a good gun advantage on the hill. They're not playing it though. They don't feel the need to. They're sat on a healthy cap lead. 175 hit point, 175 cap point advantage to endgame. That is over 2 kills. Karna would have to kill 3 endgame tanks to change that. Or Edgar in the C110E5 has to cap C. Now, I don't need to tell you that endgame are not going to let that happen, or they're going to try their damnedest to stop that from happening. And the FE215Bs, they've got high explosive. Orca's there in the Foch. Verstappen looking for a shot, bounces, but does force Edgar out of there. Now Blue Steel might be able to cap. This could be a good play by Karna. They've also brought, well, Blue Steel's up, the F's come up as well. Blue Steel is going to try and stay, but oh no, he pulled out of the circle. Edgar's got to stay in the circle. He pulls out. Well, this is the mechanic of the battle today. RG is coming up to join them. We've got 3.5 minutes left to play. Edgar is really trying to cap C. He's got to. Someone's got to do C. Well, that's a good roll. The Foch 155 really getting stuck in. Voopsy's losing hit points. He's bleeding hit points quite a lot. I think he needs to. This is classic error. I mean, it's not a huge error. He's trying to work it for the team, and obviously the team are trying to tell him to control that flank. But endgame don't need to be trading. They don't need to be reaching shot for shot. Now, Edgar from Karna, he's trying, but he's not getting C. It's cost him a lot of hit points. Blue Steel as well has also lost quite a few hit points. Now, Blue Steel, the option is to counter cap B. But I think, yeah, RG is waiting. And RG has a significant hit point advantage on Blue Steel. Blue Steel, I mean, if they can't get Edgar to cap C, which seems to be the way of it. I mean, just having Orca there in the Foch. Orca is unspotted. He's only spotted when he fires. He's on a drum reload. And actually, Edgar's rotating out. He said, I can't do it. Looks like Karna are abandoning the C game. Now, Edgar's pulled back. He's been spotted on that crossing. Endgame are probably aware now that Karna are aborting the C cap, and we can see Dakudas and the F rotating now into the city. Blue Steel pushing in as well. Blue Steel is spotted. The F and Dakudas are now. RG gets a hit into Blue Steel. Now, if RG pushes in too aggressively, he will get caught massively out of position. He's already out of position. Potentially Dakudas and the F. They've got the cap stop on the go. They've frozen. They have frozen the cap points for endgame. Shock moving in. The F is there in the Foch 155. Doesn't connect. Is spotted. That's crucial information. And Shock picks off the Blue Steel. He's defending B. We've got 50 cap points left. The F is coming in. He's got lots of damage loaded. Dakudas blocking. Taking a hit. Big roll into Shock. RG in the SDB1. Wants him to shoot him instead of Shock. Oh, the F doesn't connect. And at the same time, Object 3 is down on the hill. And endgame really effective defensive B key role played by RG in the STB1. Ooh. And that was, I mean, you can see here, that was a game of brinksmanship. Karna were just desperate for that seed cap and couldn't do it. They just could not get it. Endgame had it locked down. Edgar, about a minute and a half, just trying to get the cap. Even the STB1, Blue Steel coming in, trying to use Edgar as a shield. Didn't work. Was close, but it didn't work. And then they made a play for the B cap, but RG was there in defense. Shock came down, flexing the T22 to support his man on B. They anticipated that's where the pressure would be coming from. Endgame, another good game. Endgame besting Karna relatively comfortably on Middleburg. That was definitely their map. Now the question is, do Karna have an answer? Because Karna need to pick up wins here. Endgame would be happy to go 1-1 on this map. Obviously, they go 2-0. That's it. Karna will be losing this best of 7 series, but it's a different map. It's a different set of fortunes and fates. Endgame, pretty traditional lineup at this point. Nice to see the IS-4, Verstappen 1 in the IS-4. Karna, similarly, double 140, which is nice to see that the T22 hasn't stolen everything from the other Russian mediums. That was my concern. Oh, a Progetto 6.5 Blue Steel. That could be good. We saw TJ in the replay before this best of 7 started. The auto reloader can be good. There's also, I don't know if I should say this, there is also a bug on the Progetto, which some people may or may not know about, which some people can or cannot exploit. Exploiting the bug in tournament would be very much a breach of the tournament regulations, though. Now Blue Steel loading up his shells. It's frustrating for I'll have a word with Wargaming. I want a better, because we can't really see how many shots Blue Steel has got in the chamber as he's reloading. We can see he's got 3 out of 3 now. Took him just over 20 seconds to get those all in. He's got the Gladiator camo. Now Karna, General, in the 140 playing for A. Endgame are playing deep, C and B. Is RG in the STB1 going to make a push for B? He spotted up Object 3, got spotted in return. Edgar in the Foch is coming round, and Edgar is going to be using distance for camo. Object 3 takes a bit of a hit. It's Karna this time with a solid cap lead. Now, Dakudas coming down and round. General still holding the high ground. The F, the other Foch 155, looking for cross shots on a drum reload. No real pressure in terms of hit points or current RG from Endgame. Object 3 from Karna taking a bit of damage. But the hit points are both Karna with 14,080, Endgame with 14,256. There's nothing in it really in terms of hit point advantage. 7 guns on the table for both teams. Endgame, Verstappen bop for you, holding the corner. Orca in the Foch 155, looking for crossfire up. Karna rotating to the city, Endgame rotating to the hill. Both teams leaving a small contingent on the opposite flank. Blue Steel in the Progetto, crossing over, making a play. Lots of tanks getting spotted. Object 3 spotted, taking damage. C on the counter cap. Karna with a good play here. Very well timed. Very comfortable and confident. Object 3 General and Dakudas locking in C. It's 2 caps to 1. Endgame slow on the counter cap. Endgame really slow in reacting to anything here. And Karna in and out like a thief in the night. They grabbed C, and it's extended their hit point lead. They're not even leaving anyone to defend it. They've grabbed C. They're pulling back. They're letting Endgame get A. That's fine for them. They're still going to end up with about 150 cap point lead. 140. No, 200 and... Oh, math. I don't know. They got a good lead. They got a good cap point lead. 160. There you go. I was in the middle of my two initial estimates. Happy days. Karna, red team playing from the North Spawn. First game on Black Goldfield. Karna looking like they've got a comfortable handle on their plan for this map. They just didn't have an answer for endgame strats on Middleburg, and now we really feel the mobility. Actually, that they are a much more mobile force. That extra medium that they've got, and the fact that it's Progetto which can do the little burst damage as well. They've caught Hidden Strawberry out of position. He's catching a bit of damage from the blue steel. Progetto 6.5 Gladiator. The T-22 uncatchable, bugging out, deciding he's not having any of it. Karna countercapping countercapping A before Endgame reacts to cap C. Now Endgame have to do something about B. Endgame's options here are get stuck in and brawl at a 1,000 hit point deficit, or go for B and C. Radikos taking some fire. Endgame getting a counter cap on C. We're looking at 150 cap points here. Karna, they're close. They are really close. If they can push in and get some guns, General takes a lot of damage. RG is out of position. RG, he's tracked. RG's rammed, and RG is a goner. Karna are going to lock this one in for sure. And there we go, Voopsy and RG. Karna don't want to leave anything to chance. They come in and pick up 2 early kills, and that's what we're talking about. That's how the Foch 155 should be rolled. Pure alpha damage machines, looking to catch guns unawares. And Karna saying, look, Endgame could still twist this round on the head. We've got one surefire way to seal the deal in just over 100 cap points to go. We're going to go in and kill some endgame players. And that's exactly what they did. RG in the SCP-1, Voopsy in the 215B shut down. Damage numbers, I mean, before that were relatively close. Karna just going in and saying, got the advantage, let's attack. Let's not be passive. And Karna looking in control. They out-anticipated Endgame 100% in that game. Endgame were just like chasing where Karna were. Karna were always one step ahead, right until the very end when they said, oh, surprise! Here's some Foch 155s in your face. 1 minute to go. Endgame still leading Karna 2-1. Afro Panda quoting the blue steel. I don't think the Progetto will be used. That was true. We had on day one, we had an interview with the blue steel from Karna, and he said, I don't think the Progetto 6.5 will be used. And here he is in a Progetto for the second game in a row. Thank you, Afro Panda, for reminding me that. That's tremendously appreciated. But nothing says, well, let's put it this way. It means Blue Steel has changed his opinion. And you much rather be the person that admits they're wrong and uses the thing if it's good and will win the game for you, than being stubborn and sticking to your guns and costing yourself some opportunities. Back into Black Goldfield, swapping the spawns. Karna playing from the south, Endgame playing from the north. Just a reminder that this best of 7 series is pretty much the last chance Karna have for staying in the top 4. If they lose this one, they'll be going 2-4. They won't be able to win 4 victories in total and may drop out of the professionals tournament, and that would be a phenomenal upset because they were the favorites on so many people's books, and they've really struggled so far. They've gone 2-3 now. Can they repeat the successes of the last round? Double 140, 6.5. Double Foch, double FB215B. It's the same formation. Endgame, though, are going up, and they're going up fast. Hidden Strawberry in the T22, Voopsy back in the FB215B, Verstappen IS4, Bot for you 215B, double Foch, Walker and Chocolate, and RG in the STB1 again. Endgame slow. Blue Steel in the Progetto 6.5 doing the spotting. Oh, look at this. Kana so fast. We've seen a triple cap, 2 FP5, 2 FE, 215Bs, and a Foch capping C. And look at this again, bouncing out. We're in, we're out. So fluid. Not staying still. The whole team rotating now. A has been capped. Endgame are a split force. We've got, if you have a look at the minimap, 3 tanks in the north. Oh, we got stuck on the, we got stuck on the rock formation. Now it's the two heavy tanks, relatively isolated. It would take them quite a while to get up. Now if Verstappen makes a play for B, Voopsy is left down there. There will be a huge gun advantage to Kana if they push up and are able to secure the high ground. Now General 140 using soft cover. Blue Steel, look how fast this thing is. It does struggle climbing hills at times. We saw TJ on Castilla. He's been spotted, drops the speed boost. Doesn't want to give up this area. Lit up RG, eating strawberry. That's good information for Kana and Verstappen. Voopsy is still unspotted in the backfield. Bit of blind fire coming in from Kana there. Again, Kana, they've got a smaller cap point lead this time. Endgame aren't going to make the same mistake. They're not going to leave A unattended. They kept rotating, but they were slower than Kana in the rotations. And Kana, are they going to be aggressive again? It looks like they are. We're seeing a good group of tanks here pushing into B. Lots of spots coming in. Here come the push. Voopsy is spotted. And they're going for the... Kana doing it again. Edgar and the F are being aggressive. Look at this. They're insulating B. You want to reset B? Well, yeah, you've got to pull out in front of 2 Foch tanks. Good luck to you, Sonny. RG can't get anywhere near it. Edgar taking damage. Kana locking in their cap point advantage, but it might cost them. Verstappen taking some fire. RG getting cross shots in. General playing the 140. This is really nice, dynamic gameplay. Object 3 up. Look at this. Kana are digging in around B. Endgame will have to be really aggressive. Oopsie, not able to outplay Object 3 on that particular engagement. Hidden Strawberry. Hidden. Firing from soft cover. Radikos taking some fire. From Bot for you. Bot for you. Looking dangerous. Edgar's looking low though. Edgar's looking very low. If someone can come in. Shock. It's a gun advantage. This is good for Endgame. They're sitting on a really nice hit point advantage here. They're not that far behind. If they can start mopping up some extra guns, RG will be dueling with Blue Steel. Ooh, Blue Steel gets shut down. The Progetto overextends. It's a 3-gun advantage. Endgame teeing up. Kana played aggressively on B. Way too aggressively. There's 4 on 6. But there's a super 2-to-1 hit point advantage that Endgame can rock with. Radikos looking for Verstappen. Bot for you comes in and says, not today. The F on a drum reload. Bot for you's got his next target lined up. He's rocking the Android iOS camo. Ooh, it's a nice 5-ball 3-roll. Shock with the next kill. And it's the 140s, Dakudas and General remaining. Dakudas, General trying to outplay Hidden Strawberry. Shot coming in. Bounces the front plate of Dakudas. Hidden Strawberry with a kill shot. General last man standing. Bot for you gets the front and RG in the SDV1. Look at that. The General's turret leapfrogging RG, landing on the cliff face. And Endgame with a superb counter to the B push. Voopsy was absolutely instrumental. I was concerned that his positioning was... I mean, if Kana had pushed up onto the high ground, they would have caught Endgame with a significant gun deficit. Woopsy wouldn't have been able to join that fight very quickly, but they pushed B. Woopsy was well dug in. He got good damage out, 3,000, and was able to kind of really spot up that push, getting the push spotted. And now we're going into Canal, and this is a 3-1 match point to Endgame. Endgame could be the team to deny Kana, and I think Kana beat Endgame every single time they met in the Ascent tournaments. And this, if you're going to turn it round, you want to turn it round now. This is when it counts. Let's bring up the Canal map. We've got a minute to go. We are now looking at Kana needing 3 victories back-to-back against one of the strongest teams on the EU server in order to stay in the professionals tournament and have that shot at going to Minsk for the Twister Cup offline finals. I can't believe it. 45 seconds. This is the Canal map. We've still seen the old meta going for, you know, 2 caps from one spawn, 2 caps from the other spawn. It's still viable. There's still the dynamic of trying to stop the other team from capping their close cap. But the dynamic, very aggressive meta that we're seeing, these speed boosted FB215B, British heavies, T110E5, American heavies, it's forcing people to be less passive. And that's a good thing, let's be honest. That is a really good thing. So 10 seconds to go. Karna, do or die, double Progetto 6-5. I'm excited. That's the first time we're seeing this lineup. Endgame, double T22, and a FB40. Oh, this is going to be a good game. This is going to be a really good game. Karna, double 140, double Progetto, FB215B, T110E5, 4005. I've never seen a lineup like it. Endgame, blue team, south spawn, a bit more traditional, double FB215B, backed up by RG in the 268, loves that tank. Playing that and the STB1 a lot this evening. Hidden Strawberry and Chocolate in the T22 mediums for Stafford in the E50M, Boopsy in the Batchat 25T. Oh my goodness me, this is going to be so interesting because there is so much on the line right now. There is everything. Oh no, the F! It's not working. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, he needed to be up there. He needed to be up there. Karna don't have their sniper tower set up. That's critical. General catches some damage. The F, he's lost his speed boost. He can't be on the sniper tower. Oh my god. Oh dear. Karna are in so much trouble. He could have been so dangerous there. And now they're going to have to rely on a medium versus medium front line. All the while, Whoopsie in the Batchat 25T for endgame. He's safe capping C. Oh my god. He got up. He found a way up. He's much closer than he would like to be, but he's up. That is critical. I think he needs to be careful. The F is... He has to keep this position. Voopsy's crossing. He won't spot him. Voopsy's at such a distance. Endgame, Cap C. Now they're rotating all of their forces. Are Endgame going to execute a push here? Are they going to make the play? They've got 3 tanks out. Karna are out of position. Endgame are coming in. They are making the play. Bop the U is low. He's got the damage reduction consumable. Karna are throwing damage away, shooting the FB215Bs. Blue Steel and Dakudas are in trouble. Blue Steel's down to Verstappen, as is Dakudas. Karna have the hit point advantage. They need to shut down Verstappen. They do. Oh, but where's the 4005? He's coming in. He's on the drum reload. Oh my goodness me. He needs to get stuck in. The F could make all the difference here. The F is going to have shots. Now he has to do the damage. He's looking for the low shot tanks. Hidden Strawberry takes down Object 3. The F has got 2 more in. He's looking. Is he going to take a shot at RG? He gets 1 more into Hidden Strawberry. Can he shut down the T22? He needs to. He doesn't. He doesn't. Now he's on a drum reload. He's ineffective. Radikos gets the kill on it. Hidden Strawberry. It's a 3-on-3. This is so close. Karna, a gun down. Radikos pushing away from his teammate, looking to ram kill RG. Voopsy. Oh my god, RG is going down to Radikos. How has he been allowed to survive? The F has got 2 in the chamber. Endgame making a huge misplay, not taking down Radikos. The F looking to clip out this Batchat. Oh no, he catches fire. Voopsy's a one-shot. He has to finish him. He doesn't. It's a low roll 160 with high explosive. Can he get a ram kill? And he can't. He's on a huge drum reload. The F and Radikos so low. Orca bouncing. Orca looking to pick up the kill shot. Looking to shut down the F before he gets reloaded. The F's going to have more shots in. Oh, he doesn't manage it. Whoopsie does. Whoopsie with 1 in the chamber. Radikos denied by Orca. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, that is heartbreaking. The FV4005 not climbing the hill. Some low rolls with high explosive, not finishing off the T22. There were so many chances. Endgame beating Karna 4-1, reversing the fortunes they had against that elite unit in the Ascent tournaments. If you had to pick a time and place to beat your opponent, that would have been it. Karna, they might still be able to do this. I mean, there is a weird combinations of wins and losses and like head-to-head results that sees Kana go through to the top 4. But to be honest, at this point, I mean, you're relying on other teams' results against each other, and that is not a situation you want to be in when your destiny is dictated by the efforts of others. And oh my goodness me, I am a little bit heartbroken. Good to see Endgame recover though, on a tough defeat versus Loka. I wonder what other results have come through. I'm gonna have a look at the scoreboard. I need a cup of coffee. Please excuse me. That was... Oh god. Oh god. Oh, I don't believe it. It looks like... I don't think Kana can win. I don't think they can make top 4. Jesus. Wait. Oh my god. Now, Loka are currently playing FBI. If FBI beat Loka, there's no way Kana can go through to the top 4. Loka we know are 100% in. Raid just beat Narvin. Raid are currently 5-1. Raid and Loka are definitely in. Endgame are in. God. Now, Narvin are currently 1-5. Narvin are 100% out. Win, I mean, they're still playing. Win are still playing R2K. Again, there's another weird world where technically Win and R2K, one of them will definitely be out after this result comes in, and one of them will have like a weird, bizarre combination of wins and losses and scores where they could sneak into the top 4, but we don't know. Okay, let's wait. I need to blow off some steam, so I'm gonna go play a game. And I will actually play this tank because I'm actually on 79% crew. And it's tier 6, and I can use me boosters. So I'm going to play a game and blow off some steam. I don't like this tank. I've not been doing very well in it. I've only played 3 games and I'm at 34%. It's definitely me, not the tank. Oh. Okay. Let's go. New European line rolling once the Progetto 6-5 so we can bite a camo. PC controls. Oh! High tier. I do not recognize anybody. That's a good sign. Where are we going? Numpad... What? Oh dear. Nope. Okay.
Let's get this show on the road.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for C. Okay, where are we going? C? C? Everyone's going to C. Yeah, team. Good job. Firefly. Now, if the Firefly goes up there, I'll peel off to the right. If he goes off to the right, I'll go up there. This little spot here, I love this spot. So if you ever see me on the red team, probably be mindful that I'll be in this push. And I won't hold it against you if you blind fire me. I'm trying to get spots in there. And there. C is capped. Oh god. There are TDs. No, our team has been way too passive. And has massively overplayed its hand. What? Come on, boys.
Another one like that should finish them. They're hit. We finish him off.
Now, where are the? Where's the KV2? Where are the TDs? Oh, there's the KV2, and there's one of the TDs. Right. Let's go for the Stug. Oh god, this thing's slow. Curse my 79% crew. Where's the other TD? Why can't I see that? Oh, he's gone to A. Okay, I can play.
Enemy is hit.
Ah. Curses.
We're immobilized.
I knew he'd be over there. Well played. Well played. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. Don't do it. He's playing a good game. He's doing everything right. You're dead, mate. And you are soon to join him. Good lord. 25% win rate. Woo. Yeah, that was bad. That was bad. I mean, with teammates like this, who needs enemies? Yeah, I'll give you a worthy opponent. You did everything right. You're a filthy KV2, so you get nothing. Right. Loker going 6-0. Who did they beat? They beat FBI. Now, that's pretty critical. There's one result yet to come in, and that is Win versus R2K. We're currently seeing Loka on 6-0, Raid on 5-1, Endgame on 4-2. Now, Karna. Karna beat FBI. So if Karna beat R2K and FBI lose to Endgame, that would mean that Karna would go through over FBI. So FBI... Jesus. Karna go through if FBI lose to Endgame. And if they're able to beat R2K. Those are the two results that dictate it. Conversely, R2K... Oh no, R2K lost to FBI. If R2K beat Win and beat Karna, FBI will go through, even if they lose to Endgame. Because... No, because R2K lost to FBI. If they beat Karna, FBI would still go through because they would have an extra point. It just came in. Win beat R2K. Win can't go through because they lost to FBI. So even if Win beat Narvin, they still won't be able to go through because FBI will still be in 4th place. So effectively, now we're still waiting some results to come through here. All the games have been played. Effectively, Karna can still go through over F. Oh no, wait a minute. We could be in a really interesting situation here, because Win beat Karna. Win beat Karna. But Karna beat FBI. And FBI... Jesus Christ. We could have like a weird three-way tie. One thing's for certain. Several things are for certain. Narvin and R2K are definitely out. They are 100%. Narvin and R2K are out of the running. They're both 1 and 5. They cannot enter the top 4 at this point. Yeah, so basically, yeah, Narvin and R2K can't make it. Endgame, Raid, and Loka are definitely in the top 4. FBI, Win, and Karna are chasing the spot for 4th place. Karna beat FBI. FBI beat Win. Win beat Karna. So basically each team has a win against the other. If they all finish at 3 and 4, which is possible because Win are playing Narvin, Karna are playing R2K, and FBI are playing Endgame. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, FBI. If FBI lose to Endgame, and if Karna and Win win their next games tomorrow evening, we will have 3 teams tied for 4th place by victory. So then it doesn't go on head-to-head results. It would then go on the total number of games won as per tournament regulations. So then it depends on who's got the most wins overall. So I mean, if we have a look, oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna calculate this out so hard. Right. FBI 10, 14, 12. Assuming FBI lose. If FBI beat Endgame, they're through. So they're on, is that 12? They're on 14. FBI are on 14. Win are on 11, 13, 14, 15. Win are ahead by 1 point. Yeah, Win are ahead by 1 point. 14, 15. Karna are on... Karna on 13. Win will definitely, if both Karna and R2K, Karna and Win are victorious in their round 7, they'll both have an extra 4 points. But Win will be ahead of Karna. So technically Win, if they win their next round, would qualify ahead over Karna. So Karna... Tomorrow is going to be so crucial. There are 3 teams that can make the top 4. And it's just literally going down to like the 2nd or 3rd level of tie-breaking regulations. That's awesome! Oh, I live for it. I live for it. Okay. Win's results haven't added up yet. Okay. So that's that. I'll play another game in this thing. Because now I'm just chill. And I'm here, you're here. You don't have to be here if you don't want to be. The tournaments, the fun for the EU servers ended. Now we're just hanging out together, you know, you and me. All 200, well, all 100 and something of you. which is really cool. Oh, we're still high tier. I can't believe it. Well, congratulations to Endgame, Raid, and Loka for making the top 4 100%. Huge congratulations there. That is really cool. Like, just gonna put that out there. We know 3 of our top 4 teams. We're just kind of waiting on results. Now, what was that? The gun depression of something that does not have a lot of gun depression. Type 58 is doing a good job. We still haven't reset that. Have it! I didn't think that would go in. Oh, you cheeky. ARL's in trouble. This is going to be another loss. God damn it. Stop dying! Or die slower, I don't know, like, take your pick.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Ooh. Come on. Jesus. Die, 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 die.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Yeah, I'm working it. You got him? Yeah, you got him. 2 on 4, huh? Shoot.
Fuel tank in.
Well, that's not ideal at all.
The track is damaged. Our track is
Wrong target. I want him. No, I won't get him.
vehicle destroyed.
I blame our team. I mean, I blame these players. You did alright. I blame them. So yeah. I can't believe it. Potentially a 3-way tie. The games that are going to matter... effectively, the 3-way tie only happens if FBI lose. And Win and Karner... Basically, if FBI lose, Win and Karner win, which are not unreasonable expectations, then that's the only thing that triggers the 3-way tie. Notionally, because I'm just trying to see here. I'm really, because for those of you who know me, that like I've got quite a soft spot, an affinity for Win. It only works. It only works if oh, actually, Karner goes through if FBI and Win lose, because Karner beats FBI in the head-to-head. But they have to win versus R2K. So it's wide open. It really is. That's for me the thing that I just can't get my head around. Is that like it could go literally? I mean, any one of those teams could go through. If it's all tied up in a three-way, I think Win would go through on the number of victories. If FBI win, they'll go through. If FBI lose and Win lose, but Karna win, Karna will go through. So there are reasonable scenarios where any one of those teams go through. Now, the truth be told is that FBI have the best shot at this because they're the only team that can control their own destiny. Basically, if they win, they're through. But they're up against Endgame, and Endgame, I mean, we saw them versus Karna this evening, and they're really clicking. So it's really, it's very fascinating, like, to sort of see where will the pressure points come from. Yeah, well, you're doing the right thing, guys, and you haven't spotted anyone up yet. Oh no, there we are. Type 64, the new premium tank. Now one spotted, no incoming fire. Makes me think that the enemy team is rotating through the desert, the beach. I mean, a beach. It's got sand. It's a desert. Leave me alone. And there's no crossfire coming in. Now, to be fair, no one's pushed out into kind of range of the Jackson. Bloody hate ARLs. Oh, I don't mind them if they've got the low stock turret. Have him. Drop adrenaline. Shoot the soft target.
Enemy armor is damaged.
When is an ARL not an ARL? When it is stopped. Oh. Well, in the same way that I blame my losses on my teammates, I'm gonna attribute this victory, assuming that we do win, on my teammates, because they played a really good game. Getting some aggressive spots in. The Hellcat's down. God.
Penetration. The gunner is dead. We're trying
Leave my gunner alone.
Enemy is hit.
No. Okay, you've got him. Oh, he's got you on fire, mate. You got him. You got him. Alright. You got him. Good job. Oh, look, it's us, but different. Solid game. Solid game. Yeah, yeah. Good job, lads. Good job. How are we doing for... Oh, miles off. I need so much more. Unbelievable. Just gonna keep crushing this. So yeah, let's have a look at the chat. What's happening over here? We're still top tier. We still don't have 100% crew. So we still have some excuses. See, what are you doing now? I think this will be my last game on stream, and then I need to probably have dinner. Is it 10 o'clock now? I think my North American stream this evening is giving crates for you NA players. I think I'm actually the only person streaming NA this evening. Are we going? It's a forced disposition. Let's cover A. Some scrubs will poke one day. Welcome to the swarm. Oh, welcome, Jossima Silva. No, don't cap C. Don't do it. It's a trap. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's clearly a trap. I swear, as soon as I drive away from this base, someone's going to start capping it. Trying to trick them. Don't push it. Alright. You got the high ground. You can keep that, mate. Well, we got that spot in. Let's go defend A. I think a really successful non-damage dealing evening here. Nope. Nah, bro. Nah. Nope, actually, that's really shoot. Yeah, right. Sneaky rolling is sneaky. Not as sneaky as him, though. Came out of nowhere. Oh, caps are tied. That's handy. Oh, crumbs. Get out of there, rolling. Run! Oh, we're in so much trouble.
Another one like that should finish them.
You gonna help me?
Turret is damaged.
Cheeky.
We've lost the track.
I'm really struggling with my PC controls right now. That was on me. That was on me. PC controls, not for the win. Shoot. Shoot. Come on, boys. You can do it. Well, that's my burning wreckage, which is quite sad. But they're not going to come towards you. Oh, we did manage that. Time it. Time it. Yes! We're still behind on cap points. Significantly. I don't understand how. Ah, because we've killed only tier 5s, which are worth less than tier 6. KV2 spotted. KV2 is going to get farmed. This dude, I have no idea what he's doing. KV2 is doing a really good job, to be fair. Will be a bit of a less job well done. Because he's now a one-shot and he'll catch maybe a bit of crossfire. Don't disengage the T-34. ARL. Land it. Land it. KV1's pushing. Oh, C's on the go. Devastating. Come on. Go on, go on, go on. It's not impossible. It's not likely, but it's not impossible. What are you doing? Shoot! Push forwards, and shoot. Oof. ARL. It's not impossible. I believe in you, ARL. You can do it. Go on, go on, go on, go on, go on. Turn, 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 turn. No, don't drive forwards. He's just gonna shoot past you. Go on. Go on, T-34-85. Be a good sport. Go on. No! Reload. He's got you. Oh, he doesn't. Get him. Get him. Shoot him. Ah, they hit 1,000. I'm glad we stayed around for that. Oh. There are no winners in that game. Well, thank you for hanging around for that. That was quite a fun ending. Never seen that before. Big congratulations to Loka, currently the 6-0 kings of the EU server. To put that into perspective, they join Ultimate Feast, the 6-0 team of Asia. And let's just see Russia. We've got the results in from Russia. We can have a look at their brackets too. And there is 7-star, which has got a lot of former C4 players in, I believe. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe in the live chat or in the comment section once the video was finished. But there is one 6-0 team in each server so far. I believe Rain are currently 6-0 on North America as well. Well, they actually, no, they're not. They'll be 4-0. They still have their rounds 5 and 6 to play, but potentially we could be seeing some clean sheet teams going through into the top 4. Yeah, there's a lot happening, a lot happening indeed, but just puts the pressure on a lot of teams onto the last day. I think it's much better going into round 7 with results mattering than having everything already wrapped up and those matches being pretty much meaningless. Because even, for example, R2K can influence the results, who enters the top 4. Definitely, there's still so much up for grabs. I am looking forward. I'll be back in about 5 hours time streaming North America. I might bring the iPad down and start playing, like just do a really casual chill out stream, just to keep chatting and interacting with you guys, keep me awake as well before we go into North America. We'll see how we go. But thank you for tuning in. Please do like the video, subscribe to the channel, check out the Discord server. The link to that is in the video description below. As always, a big shout out to Nefx for providing copyright free music for use on stream. Thank you to the Patreon supporters of the channel for helping me get all the fancy bits of kit to upgrade the production value. Thank you to the stream moderators for doing an excellent job, and thank you for tuning in and watching. See you soon. Bye for now.
I just want you to trust me if you wanna be something. Yeah. Then all you really need is hope. Take a look in the mirror, are you seeing some fear? You hear the voice in your ear, can you start to see clear? Are the bad thoughts near? Or can you be where your feet are, when you stand right here and say no? I'm never gonna give up, I'm never gonna slow. The one that doesn't give up, never loses to a foe. The one that could show to myself I could go all the way to the top, can't stop me. I'm a soldier, always closer till it's over. Older, but I'm bolder, moving forward, motor, never slower. Good to know ya, don't go make me drop my shoulder. You need to believe you can achieve everything that you dream. Everything that you need is in the air that you breathe, it's in the mind that you feed, it's in the time that you bleed. Every second of life is another blessing to me. And when you feel like you're nothing, but you wanna be something, well, all you really need is hope. I just want you to trust me if you wanna be something. Let's go. Yeah, it's what you need when you're down, need when you're out. It's what you need when you're sad and when you feel left out. You feel an energy drought and then creeps out, but with a little bit of hope you can figure it out.